Hello and welcome to another episode of the Bazaar Over Explained, and today we have a very special one. We are potentially one game away from hitting legend rank here. Just two more experience to go. So we gotta go with Mac on this one. Mac is potentially one of the strongest characters in the Bazaar currently, and we're gonna try and leverage that to hit legend. So if we are trying to hit legend, what do we want to go? Consistency, high roll something pretty nice here. Mac gets a lot of enchantments and enchantment items, so I'm a little less inclined to go for this option here. But I do think that it could give us something super powerful. Income and gold you can never go wrong with, but people are aggressive in the bazaar these days, getting good items. Why don't we try to be as well? Okay, let's see. We have Heavy Philosopher's Stone here, so this is going to slow where it normally wouldn't. Heavy Venom is also going to slow when we use a weapon. Shielded Quill and Ink, so this will shield. That's pretty interesting because Mac doesn't have any shield items, so this could be pretty good. Although I think the more powerful the options are these other two ones here, with potentially the Heavy Venom or the Heavy Philosopher's Stone. The Heavy Venom means we would have to get another weapon. Philosopher's Stone will give us a catalyst, which could be good. I want to go with the Venom. Let's do that. That could go in two different builds, which I think could be very good for us, including the crit build early on, maybe the slow build, maybe the poppy field build. And with all this money, let's try and find a weapon for this guy here. Okay, these are not weapons, but I will take the sulfur and I will take the moth meal. I'm also going to reroll here. Could find maybe like a letter opener. We find a dagger. That's okay. And now I bought the moth meal because we have the venom, which has a slow property on it, so we might want to go into a slow build. I also just think burn is pretty good, and thus maybe getting the thurible would be nice for the sulfur. And I think I'm going to save my gold here. I filled my board up, and I don't have to make that decision just yet. Well, knowing burn is good, I am inclined to go to the pyro, but let's try and get a fang from the fanged inglet here. Getting a fang would ultimately allow this venom to go off more frequently, which could be very important to us. There's not a ton of very impactful slow synergies at the beginning of the game. There's like I think the firefly, which says when you slow it'll get more burn. And there's also the medium item, I'm blanking on the name here, that's the big pyramid that will get more damage every time you slow. So that could be good with this, but it's nothing like Magnus's femur. Well, let's see if we get that fang. Nice. Perfect. Alright, so that'll be a pretty good amount of poisoning. Put that on board there. And now we have a decent amount of money. I could go get a silver tier reagent. I also could hunt for a better weapon. If we could get like something like a spider mace, that'd be pretty good. See, I'll look at some weapons here. And refractor is what it's called. Okay, this is a weapon I was talking about. That could be good. There's something about the sword cane too. The refractor getting on the board day one could be a thing. I kind of want to take the shard of obsidian. I have so many reagents already though, so it's not super important that I do so. I think I will take the refractor and I'm going to re-roll here. And there's a spider mace and there's a magic carpet. We didn't find the letter opener or bottled lightning, but I will take the spider mace because I think that could be good. And I kind of want to take this dagger upgrade, but we'd have to sell off our items to do so, and I don't really want to do that. If anything, we're probably just going to put this on board as is. Could even I could figure out the damage in a moment, but yeah, I'll work with this. Notably, we do not have a friend or a toy for a tiny furry monster, so let's hope we don't see that. Darn, okay. But there is extract here, and I think extract could be very good with our venom. So let's take it. Let's go ahead and pop it. +2 poison on a 3-second cooldown. Seems very nice. And so this is going to get charged 2 every time we slow or poison. Wow, even better. So this is definitely better than the refractor currently. And then the dagger, yeah, it's going to do more damage than the sulfur. Okay. Do we also want to put the mouth meal on board? That would make our spider mace go off more. I think I'm just going to stick with the damage here. These are pretty close in their damage already. And we'll fight this Pygmalion. We'll see how effective our poisoning here is. It looks like they have 2 weapons, Yo-Yo and Regal Blade. Yikes, but they do have this Lash Out skill. And we have no survivability. And this is a silver tier Regal Blade, so I'm either dead or this is close, and I can't tell just yet. I think I'm just dead, but we'll find out soon enough. Let's see, this is going to go off. It's getting pretty close here. Oh wow, I think we actually got it. Nice, we actually win. Turns out 4 poison every 3 seconds is pretty good. That Lash Out skill is very scary though. Wish I had that one. But okay, nice little day 1 for us. So our build, I think, would really, at this point, be like a poppy field build. Putting the refractor on board and getting lifesteal for that would be good too. So we could get something like a runic potion. Could also just get 3 spare change here. We also have slow poison and we're doing damage. So there's a lot of skills that would interest us if we went for a random skill. That being said, what do we want to see the most? If we go to Andy, getting like another Venom would be good. Or something to synergize with our refractor. Yeah, I kind of want to take something free here. We don't have a lot of money right now. And I think our build is decently strong. I have no survivability as well. And I'd want to get like chocolates if I had the opportunity. That'd probably be in the next day. Let's just take the money here. This will at least help give us the option to get more max HP in the future. Okay, could get prove toxins or just introduce crit chance. Yeah, let's go to introduce crit chance on our board. +1 poison could be very good, but I think that's okay. Now we're in the same position. We don't have a way to get this 1 XP from the tiny furry monster, but we could get a small weapon for free. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. Let's get a small weapon. All right, rune axe. Interesting. Okay. Now, can we defeat the rogue scrapper? Or do we even want to go for the rogue scrapper? Again, we have no survivability, but we are doing a lot of damage. Now, I think I'll sell this off for doing even more damage. So we can pull up the rogue scrapper real quick from howbazaar.gg. Go to monsters, day 2. So their junkyard club is going to have gone off basically 3 times, so 190 damage. The barbed wire will also have gone off, let's see, 4 times, 6 times. So it'll go off for 10, then 15, then 20. So the first one would be 190, then 205, and then it's 20 from there on in. So 20 times 4 is another 120. So they would kill us. Okay. Well, knowing that, I just want to go for the giant mosquito. We're not going to be leveling up on day 2 just because we could get the 1 XP, but I don't think we'll kill, or I don't think it's likely that we're going to get the random +1 XP event. Could get the mountain pass, I suppose, but I think giant mosquito also has a lot of valuable things for Mac regardless. Getting the rush skill, getting a keen eye upgrade, even getting the proboscis with our heavy weapon could be very sweet. So is the amber insect wing. And we certainly maybe could have killed the rogue scrapper. I didn't calculate our DPS, and just seeing how big this refractor is, maybe that was a misplayed, but I do think that there's just stuff that I would want from the giant mosquito regardless. Alright, more crit chance, cool. I'll take it. Now I could look at some medium items, can introduce regeneration to ourselves, which would not be a horrible idea. The jungle ruins would be better for that if we wanted to do that. I guess what I want to see here, if I went for medium items, getting something like a calcinator, getting like a mortar and pestle for our refractor could be good too. Yeah, I'm willing to go to middle. Okay, there's a retort, and there's also candles. Candles is very strong, probably stronger than the refractor. Maybe not just yet. I will take the candles. I'm also inclined to take this retort here just because we'll get reagents, but I would rather be using the calcinator. Yeah, and I don't know that I want to reroll here either, just because I don't want to spend the money. We have a functional 1, 2, 3. I'll probably sell these off, so 5, 10 to work with. Yeah, okay, I will reroll. We have enough money. And okay, there's a sword cane, which is quite interesting. We only have one source of poison. There's also nightshade, which can be very good. Well, the nightshade is very strong. We don't have any regeneration currently, so probably not going to take that. I think the sword cane can be good, but it would be good, but more so if we had the other pieces to go along with it. And I don't really want the ice claw right now. I think this build can be strong, but I would rather not invest in it currently because the ice claw will be much better later if that's what we decide to do with the freezing build. So okay, now here's Ellie. There's also another extract. I'm gonna take the extract. +2 poison. Again, we see that our poison is doing some pretty nice things for us, and it's building up our refractor, which is good. Now we are facing a Vanessa. Vanessa makes me want to put slow on board just because they're so burst oriented in these early days. But yeah, I think if they just have a burst build, just got to take it on the chin and move on. The slow I don't think is going to matter too much there. And they got Shark Claws, Langshan, Revolver, and Shoe Blade. They're all only bronze, and this Langshan doesn't have any damage on it, so this might be a little closer than it looks, but once this Langshan goes off, we are in danger territory for sure. Okay, we got lucky there. If that Langshan had any more damage, we could have been certainly dead. They also had crit chance on the board, so make it out of that one alive. Lucky to do so, and happy to do so. Now what do we have here? Okay, we can try and catch up on our XP, and I think that's the right choice. I guess we'll go to the mountain pass. If I don't get an XP event, that would be pretty devastating, so I'm just going to go for the safe play. Get 2 gold and 1 XP. And do I want 2 gold or a bronze tier potion? We're a little low on money, so I will just take the 2 gold and the loot. Get an insect wing? Okay, that could be pretty good for us. And there's Mandala. We could transform one of our small items here. Could also gain 3 regen. Ellie could have maybe a runic potion for us. Let me just check to see runic potion. Where does that start? So it starts at silver tier. So it's not super likely that she has it just yet, but it is possible. Could also just gain some regeneration. Yeah. I just don't have anything that would really make me want to transform this sulfur, but I guess, yeah, because I have it, and it could work very well with our refractor, especially if we get something that also does another elemental property, I will transform this. All right, Fiery Hourglass, not that good, but that's what we get. So we'll take that. I think I'm just going to keep it in the backpack for now and put the candles on board. It could go Challenger. I think we died to the Hover by Cooligan. I think they burst us down. But Frost Street Challenger versus the Apprentice. Again, knowledge is power here. So the Apprentice does have XP, Bottled Lightning, Dagger upgrade. And this Panic is pretty good too. Frost Street Challenger has Snow Globe, which I guess is the thing I would want the most, or Snowstorm. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Apprentice. There's a lot of synergies that could work well with these weapons. Getting a silver tier Bottled Lightning could be great. Getting the dagger, getting more XP. The only thing I really don't want is probably the fire potion, but I think that that's okay if we get it regardless. It's fine, at least as a day 3 addition to the board. Notably, going to the Dabbling Apprentice doesn't allow us to level up here, so we have to find another XP. Let me get the Fire Potion. Alright, roll with the punches. I could go to Herma. Could find some regeneration for our board. Right now, I think I really want to replace the mace and the dagger. And I guess I could do this. That seems decent. And I want to take the gold. Let's go to Herma. We have a good amount of money to work with. Ooh, I really like incense. This could be an early satchel. Also a cellar. The cellar would be better than the satchel currently, but we could certainly scale the satchel. We don't really have an income generator is the only thing, which makes me a little hesitant to buy this. I think I definitely want the incense, so I'm going to take that. It's just a very powerful item. But do we buy the cellar? The cellar would allow us to take the dagger off the board. We don't really need to do that. Cellar I don't think is that strong of an item to begin with. So I don't think I want to take these two. Just again, because I don't think we're going to have the money to kind of keep buying and selling potions currently. Do we want to re-roll? Sure. Okay. Venomander is nice for a friend if we come across the tiny free monster. Well, we also already saw them today, so we can't see them again. There's a Philosopher's Stone that'll at least give us a catalyst, which I'm inclined to do. You have the moth meal? Sure, I'll take that. And I'm willing to walk away from this one. Alright, could get a free item, could go to Kina, could maybe put some more poison on our heavy venom. You know, first let's transform our moth meal. Ooh, heavy ruby. Cool. Well, heavy ruby definitely adds a lot of burn to our board. Would we want to then do something like this? I think the candles might just be better overall, though. Let's see, it's adding 3 burn. The candles just represent 8. We could take the refractor off. It's way faster damage. Although, the ruby is pretty slow. Yeah, I think this might be more damage overall. Okay. And I'm willing to go to the Artisan Dunes here and put some poison on our heavy venom. I think 8 poison every 3 seconds is pretty strong. It's not necessarily synergizing with our candles, but it's not anti-synergy to just kill your opponent, right? Certainly can't be. And do we want to use this insect wing on the candles? Sure. Let's do that. Okay. Alright, yeah, I think this heavy ruby makes sense. Refractor is certainly good, but I think overall this candles will represent more damage currently. So let's fight this Vanessa. Again, we have such little HP that I think we want to do our damage quickly versus having a weapon on board that has a low cooldown. So this is what I think could have the highest yield of victory. But I'm seeing this Lucerae and I'm seeing the seaweed and kind of doubting our odds of victory here. But we'll see how it all transpires. This is also a very big seashell for us. Their damage isn't crazy good, but their restoration is certainly pretty bad for us. And yeah, don't think we're getting out of this one alive. Okay. I don't think a refractor would have changed that, but we at least know where our build is at right now. And normally I really like upgrading incense, but again, we are a little weak, so I kind of want to just get a bronze tier skill and maybe we spike something. That'd be good for us. Right-handed certainly could be it. Strength also represents a lot of damage for us. Yeah, let's take strength. Okay, now we're here on day 4. What are our objectives? Well, I think want to gain at least 1 more point of XP. And does Herma have anything we want? The docks. I kind of like going to the docks and getting a weapon. I think Herma here, well, I just want to check something real quick. I think we're pretty set up for a poppy field build. And if that's the case, if we look at max skills or max items here and go to heal reference, there's Nightshade, there's earrings, vitality potion, there's Memento Mori, vitality potion, okay. Yeah. Heal and regeneration. I guess there are a lot of regeneration things too. That's what I really should be looking for. So regen. Do you want any of these items? Incense upgrade would be good. Ouroboros statue could be good. The dagger, I don't think we can get at this point. We don't really have any innate regeneration either, so I think I'm less inclined to go there, more inclined just to get something for free. And do we want it to be a shield item, a tool, or a weapon? Let's go for a weapon. Regal Blade. Interesting. We already missed our bronze tier upgrade, so I don't think I'm going to be utilizing that. But let's go to Kina. Okay, good upgrade our hourglass. Not super interested. We also don't have a way to consistently buy and sell reagents or transform them. Here's an emerald. An emerald is nice with our heavy venom. Yeah, I could take that. I'll take that. I'll reroll 2, see if we can find something better. There's again Nightshade. There's also Death Caps. So we could do something like this. Could even take the refractor off. I think that's not going to make a lot of sense though. But we could buy that to transform it, which could be nice. I don't know that I want to take that line though, so let's just keep moving. Okay, a Hexa, I think we have enough DPS, and at least we're just putting on enough damage over time in terms of poison that we can defeat the Hexa, and this will allow us to hopefully catch up with our leveling. If we defeat the Hexa, we'll gain 3 XP. We're going to get 1 guaranteed for the day, so we'll have 4 by the end of this fight, and then hopefully, or then that would allow us to level up. We of course have to win the fight first, but I think we'll be able to do that. They also blew up one of their own viruses, so that definitely helps. And we saw that we were able to do, let's see, this one off twice, so like at the 15-second mark we had done over 950 damage, so that feels pretty good. Okay, I do really want to get some chocolates here. I think we're pretty far behind in terms of health, so I want the chocolates. Need to make 1 more space. I really don't think I'm going to use the Regal Blade. So weapons could certainly be very good, but I think chocolates are a necessity. And let's just sell these off. Medium items could give us direction. Burn items could work well with our board. Yeah, let's take a small burn item. Okay, thermal. And Argentus got a skill for us. First time you use your rightmost item in each fight, charge 1 slow item. Notably, we have 2, I guess, I was going to say we have 2 slow items, but you can't charge the venom, so they just charge the ruby. That could be great in a slow build, but let's just take the most damage here. Just put the left-handed on board. And seeing this Vanessa, I'm going to put the durable on board. Again, more fire damage. Trying to do damage more quickly is where I want to be versus doing poison damage at this point in the game. So let's fight this Vanessa. Let's see what they got. Looks like a smattering of weapons. They also have a water wheel. Wow, early water wheel on day 5. They have shark claws. Nothing like a puffer fish. They also have this torpedo, which is really scary. Yeah, wow. 13% crit, just one-shot us. Okay. They didn't have... If this item is large, I guess they could have reloaded it. But, okay. It's the name of the game. Don't think we're beating that one anyway. Alright, so medkit's not going to do much for us. But middle may have something. Covetous Raven at gold. I'm going to use another relic or enchanted item to charge this. So I have one. Well, this I don't think counts as being used. So I have one, two. This is not a relic. This is not a relic. So I only have 2 procs for this thing. But it could be very good. 80 damage. If I had more enchanted items, I guess, like, that would be better. Yeah, let's roll. Okay, there's a calcinator. It's day 5, so it's a little later than I would like. There's also sunlight spear. We get this calcinator. It could do good things for us. I guess we're a little far away from any sort of like predefined build, and we're pulled in a lot of different directions. Maybe fire damage is just the way to go because we have candles and we have ruby and we have some decent fire items. Yeah, I'll take the calcinator. It's not incredible at being at bronze, but I think that it may make sense overall. And there's Andy. Well, again, just look at these chocolates and I keep seeing us getting shot and I would like to mitigate that. So I think I will just go get some chocolates here. Again, our board is, it's genuinely, I don't think it's very weak, but I do think that where we are at in the current days, the Vanessas are just going to burst us. And do I want to put all my money into this thing? I think I might have to. I don't guess I don't have to, but we don't have a clear direction of what we're necessarily looking for regardless. So if that's the case, I could be spending a lot of money in items that don't matter, and I'd rather just put max HP on myself. If we are facing someone who isn't a Vanessa, I think having 1,000 max HP could make all the difference. And we could honestly beat a Vanessa, I think, if they had a build that wasn't super strong, but we're certainly not treading water, but we're looking for some signposts here to help give us a little bit more direction. I haven't seen too much in the shops that would really make me want to hard commit to a different build. Okay, shielded brass knuckles. That could be interesting. That may in fact be very interesting. It's just survivability at the end of the day. And there's cinders, there's JJ. We're a little light on money. Maybe I'm gonna take these cinders and I'm gonna put them on my candles. And yeah, let's get the maximum amount of money here. Okay, gunpowder. I don't think I'm gonna put it on the fire potion, but nice to have. Put that on the candles. And Ayla. Yeah, Ayla could give us some direction here. We have enough money to buy and sell things. We don't have a reagent currently. Or a calcinator, no. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Ayla might have something interesting. Alright. Again, floor spike with spider mace is good. Well, I guess I sold off my spider mace. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I thought I still had that, but regardless, with the heavy venom, makes sense. It's also doing poison. Bottled explosion is very good. We're pretty far away from it. We're far away from Marina Gax. I will take these floor spikes though. I think that could be very good. And do I want to sell and reroll? I don't think so. I think again, with Fang and with heavy venom and with floor spike, we are setting ourselves up to go for a poppy field build. We would have to find one, but you know, you got to play to your outs, as they say. There's certainly other things we could go to, but it's what it is. We also didn't have 3 gold. Could have sold some things off to get a reagent from our chunk of lead from our calcinator, but that's okay. And this Zorsid is scary. The shield is helping. We're doing a lot of burst damage as well. Nice, okay. Every Vanessa's got the shark claws, man. It's because it's good. What did the most damage here? Our refractor and our brass knuckles. I think this 220 helped us out a lot here. Nice, nice. Okay, glad to win. Glad to win. And Herma in Poppy Field. It's what I want. It is the item that I think could break the run open. I don't think that it has any regeneration properties. In fact, it's not, so we're not going to find it there. But I will take a small weapon for free. Claws. Alright. Kina versus an experience. So even if we fight the lowest tier monster, we'll level up here, so I don't need to get this. Let's go to Kina again. If you can find something good. Ooh, runic potion. That is certainly good. I will buy that. We'll sell the emerald. Get the runic potion. And what do I want to put it? Replace the board. I think maybe the thurible. We could start getting out of the candles. We'll also sell the gunpowder for our runic potion. And yeah, we would want to take the fang ideally off board if this is what we're doing, but if we can hit brass knuckles, even the floor spike, but ideally the refractor and would be all tremendous. Okay. Well, we don't have a lot of money now, but we do have a gold runic potion. That could be very, very important for us. And Enclave Weeper. Enclave Weeper is kind of strong, but I think we beat them, right? Day 6. 1550 health. They do have a good amount of regeneration. We are scaling damage, though. And this could be pretty nice for us. Yeah. Trash Golem also has some decent things, too, but I think we can defeat the Enclave Weeper. We did take a little bit of damage off our board, but I still think this is fine. And even if they gave us like an Ouroboros statue, gaining 6 regen could be pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know. Does a lot of really good hits here. I'd even take some more poison for heavy venom, but I think it's the exposing toxins or Ouroboros statue we want the most. Even golden death caps. And nice. I want to see how often this candles is going off. Let's check that. So we went off 5 times. We hit the 20-second mark. That's decent at 65 bird. Pretty decent. Pretty good amount of damage for sure. I guess I can also just want to calculate that out real quick. So I've brought up this burn calculator resource that allows us to calculate the damage. I just want to see what 65 damage is doing in total. It's doing a lot. Okay. Alright. That's a lot of damage. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Okay, cool. Just wanted to see. Earning its spot. Extract, alright. This heavy venom's getting big. Are we upgrading something? Refractor would get a lot more damage. What does the heavy venom get? We've invested so much in this. Items. And I think it's just getting more poison. Yeah. It's not too enticing. If anything, I think it's the refractor. Silver tier skill could be good too, for sure. So refractor's also not doing nearly as much as his candles. Let's go for a skill. I do like Gunner. That is a direction. Let's take it. Could move us into a potions build. There's Midsworth. There's also Mandala. Let's go to Midsworth. Silver tier bottle tornado. No. Alan Quinn. I mean, I'm going to sell this calcinator off. I think we're not supporting it with the amount of gold and the buying and selling that we have right now. We're not really finding a lot of items to go along with it, so at day 6 I think we're going to be wanting to go in a different direction, so I'm just going to sell this now while I can get my investment back, and I will reroll on Midsworth. Nice. Okay, energy potion, definitely taking that up. Incense could be potent for us. Incense is generally for a femur build. and thus also an amber is. I would have to sell. I could sell. Well, I am going to sell this extract regardless, so I'll sell that up. I could sell the fire potion. Just kind of speculate. I'm willing. I'm willing. Again, this could not pan out, but I think we at least have the means to go into a slow build if we want, which I am definitely here for. And let's get a haste items, maybe smelling salts, another runic potion. Wow, okay. This runic potion also makes me think we could go into the lifesteal build. And I do want to put this energy potion on board. What's the worst item here? Guess it's the ruby. It's taking off 6 burn from our board, but I think that is the worst item. And do I take the refractor off too to put the dagger on? Yeah, our big damage dealer is really the candles, it seems. So putting fast, small items on the board makes sense to me. And I guess if that is the case, then we put the ruby back on board too. It is slow compared to the thurible. But we could also put the amber. Ooh, the amber represents 2 seconds of slow whenever that happens. Yeah, incense could just be perma-slowing the board. I think that this is decent. I think that this is decent. Really, again, the name of the game is the candles here, so I'm willing to do this. I'm also just thinking if I want to do this. Yeah, I think more damage overall. That makes sense. The dagger itself just doesn't represent a lot. This is going to deal like 30 damage in haster items for 1 second. That's what that item reads right now. So I think the thurible will do more, especially with this on board. Okay. And our runic potion is going to give all these life steal. It's going to matter most for the knuckles. Do we then take off the runic potion just for now so that we can add like some slow? Yeah, I'm not. It also hastes, so I'll keep it on board. That could make all the difference here. We'll see what this Pygmalion is doing. They're a shield build. We do have some nice poison. Doesn't. Oh yeah, they are fixer upper with the QoS. It's at 14. Okay, so they're still scaling. So I think we'll be okay with our lifesteal and our poison at the very least. I'm not really expecting our fire damage to get us all the way, but I think we'll have enough damage overall here. They're creating a decent amount of regen. And I guess they are burning us a pretty good amount. So maybe we are cooked here. I don't know. I'm putting a lot on them. The poisoning also really stacking up. Okay. Well, I'm glad we had our runic potion on board. Looks like we did need more survivability than I gave ourselves credit for. And kind of lucky to find a pig who's still trying to scale here. So, again, our build's not super strong, but we have a lot of directions that we can go with it. Here's decision Ayla versus B1, B2. We don't have a lot of money. But, yeah, let's go to Ayla. Alright, well, there's a dagger upgrade. There's a staff of the moose. I think staff of the moose could be good. And we would get out of our candles to do that because we'd be more damage focused. But that would put a lot of regen on our board, and we have some regen items. I'm willing to commit to that. So what would our board look like? We take this off, put a regen item in, and then we'd have the moose. So we need to make up 11 gold. So that'd be 2, 4, 6, 7, and I guess we only need 6, right? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, 7. And then we'd be keeping around. I don't know that we actually need this other runic potion, so I guess I could sell that. This one's already pre-stacked, so I feel comfortable selling this. I also feel comfortable selling this. Do we want to keep these two? Dagger also could be very strong. It would represent another point of damage on our board. I don't really want to sell the amber. Keeping the haste potion around could be important. Let's commit. Let's sell this. Let's sell the ruby. Let's buy the staff. Okay. Your weapons have plus damage equal to your regeneration. So now we need to find some more regeneration. But we have at least figured out what direction we want to go. And there's certainly medium regeneration items, but we have very little money. Okay, energy potion upgrade. It's pretty terrific. And there's the Viper Tyrant, which is it day 7? Yeah. Has when you poison gain regen. I think that's what we want to try and find. Yeah, let's try and do that. This skill would be a huge game for us. And then again, if we went to get like a poppy field, that would be pretty huge. They also just have passive regen we could add to our board. But let's hope. Let's hope for the poison tyrant skill for sure. Get him, Staff of the Moose, get him. Tell him what's up. Alright. No, we didn't need to go below half health, we just needed to hit him with a moose, but... Please, a skill, yes. Yes. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. Oh, let's get a gold tier skill now, maybe something to synergize with this. When you use a non-weapon item, charge one weapon. Yeah. Sure. It's not incredibly powerful, but we're low on money, so let's take what I can get. Ugh, gosh. I would love to get a cool skill. I just have such low funds, but let's see if we can get something cheap maybe. These are all cheap. Ooh, when you burn, you gain regen. Perfect. We'd have to sell the farm for that, though. 4, 6, 7. We have to sell all these items. Yeah, we're not slowing. We're not going for a slow build, so we're going for a regen build. And also, yeah, I'll just take the heat lover. Just as much regen as we can put on board is what I want to do. And thus, we could get a poison item here. Let's do it. Let's try and high roll. Ooh, Cauldron. Cauldron represents both poison and burn. It's not very impressive. The incense also puts on 3 regen compared to this, which would put on 8. Alright. And this represents 5 regen. Wait, no, it represents 9 regen. Okay, so this is better. Okay. So maybe shielded brass knuckles is not as good. But either way, happy where we're heading. Is everything in the right place? I think so. Brass knuckles still getting most amount of shielding. Let's fight. Facing idiot. I just hope you have self-respect. That's all I ask. It looks like they're a 1-weapon build. Yikes, and this is 60% crit. Also yikes. We're gonna need this regen. We're gonna need the lifesteal here for sure. They froze our incense, which is fine. They are scaling damage, but so are we. And I think we're scaling a little more than they are. Mind you, a crit could end our lives for sure, but a crit could end theirs. And I think outside of some crazy thing happening, we should be okay here. Yep, awesome. Okay, well, they were pretty decently powerful 1-weapon build, so that makes me feel good about where we're at. They had, okay, can't see their items, that's fine. Wanted to see what their cloak was at. Did not remember. Okay, where's Ayla? Again, funds are low. Funds are very low. Is there a regeneration weapon? So, Mac and damage. I guess we could just do this. And regen. Ritual dagger. Nice. Moose. So we'd really want the dagger. It does start at gold, but we could start seeing gold tier things. And then the Viper Cane. If it was gold, we'd have to sell off something to buy it. Yeah, could also just get 5 gold. But a weapon is what we want, so. Huh. So I would have to sell 2 things for that. I would sell like these 2. I guess it's only gaining plus 50 regen. That's plus 50 damage across the board, so it is pretty nice. It's not necessary though. That's the big thing. It's not necessary. Just the claws, your weapons have damage equal to your regen. That's the most necessary part. And thus does the sword cane. Is that the thing that I would want? So this would be plus 12 regen every time it went off. Right? Yeah, plus 12 regen, so it's plus 12 damage every time this goes off. I would have to take the thurible off the board, I think, to slot it in, though. Yeah, I really want the dagger. Let's see if we can facilitate that. No dagger, but there is a Basilisk Fang. I think the Basilisk Fang is good. There's also the spear. We don't have the money for that, though. We'll sell the cauldron, and I will sell the incense, and I'll take the fang. Okay. And we could get a poison item or some chocolates. Let's get a poison item. Alright, train spider. Never hurt nobody. Okay, well, here's our opportunity to get a poppy field, or here's our opportunity to get regeneration. I think because we have Staff of the Moose, we already have a pretty decent build here for regeneration. Poppy field, we also have a pretty decent build for that. They're very similar. Oasis Guardian could also give me the femur. I'm going to go for the Guardian. I'm realizing that this skill is not the one that I thought it was. Yeah, I should have gone for the Poppy Field. That's okay. Regardless, Waters of Infinity is what I was thinking. You have 10 regen for each non-weapon item you have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I guess 40 regen's pretty good. Never mind, I'll take it. I still want it, please. Please, just once. Ouroboros Stone could be good too. Yeah, having all of this lifesteal on board, plus the regen, gives us pretty good survivability. I'll take a skill, please. Incense comes back to us. Okay, it says, you should have never left me behind, and maybe you're right. And I'm going to take the max money here. Okay, gunpowder, alright. Now there's Andy. Could have what we're looking for, sure. Not really wanting these. Let's reroll. There it is. It's just 16 gold. Yikes. Okay. So I would have to make up 6 gold. And then I would be missing a slot on our board. Yeah. I think I'd sell 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's actually just the Basilisk Fang, now that I think about it, because this is pretty good. All right, 1, 2, 3. Whoop, 3. And then 4. We're going to be a little weaker for this next fight, but I think that's okay. And it probably is worth, just when it goes off, being the highest damage one we have. And I could upgrade my Fang. No, let's just hope it's a small item. Hey. This incense will not give up, and I appreciate them. Okay, yeah, so I think the ritual dagger is in the right place, because this will bump up our damage as much as possible. And although we did have to sell a lot of things for it, getting a diamond one of those is like the exact perfect item, so I'm happy to see it. Alright, this is a one weapon electric eels build. Okay. This could kill us. But our regen will be pretty nice. Both our lifesteal and our actual regeneration. So I think for as much damage as they're doing and healing, we're just gonna be doing it right back at them. And yeah, that's pretty nice. If we can find a way to get this to go off even quicker, we'll be rocking and rolling. Very cool. The moose and the dagger. Tails all this time. Okay, well, we're still in the same situation where we don't have a lot of money. You know, to get over our hump, could get something. Let's play for the 10 wins here. Crocodile's tears looks like money to me. Do we want chocolates? I'm just going to go ahead and get something for free as well. Magnifying glass is nice. Sell that. Oh, here's another shot at it. Yeah. Let's go back to the Guardian. We're going to level up regardless. But if we can get the Waters of Infinity, that'd still be very good for us. Be 30 regen, so 30 damage across the board. Knowing us, we're probably going to get an incense again, but, you know, we take what we can get. I'm also just trying to think of what upgrades we would want for our board. I think a spider mace maybe would be nice. Or just something that burns or poisons. Alright, Oasis Guardian. Perfect. Very nice. Shielding, huh? Or random enchant. I mean, I do like shielding. I think that makes sense. Do we put it on the staff or do we put it on the dagger? Let's check the staff of the moose to see if it has anything weird properties going along with it. Let's clear a search. Shield equal to its damage. Okay. It's going every 10 seconds. Could also, I don't know, what does a runic potion shielding look like? Shield 20. Yeah, no. This is already heavy. Floor spike could be good. Yeah, maybe it is just floor spike. Although this is the biggest number. But if we're thinking about like actual survivability, we would want to put it on an item that is going off with the most damage and the most consistently. So that's why I would want to put it on the floor spike. I'm just checking the floor spike so it doesn't do anything strange. Yeah, shield equal to its damage, so it'd be shielding 80 plus, you know, whatever regen we get. This is probably going off the most. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be the biggest number, but this is a lower cooldown. And if I'm thinking about actual survivability, I think that this might do more for us. And medium items. Again, we're pretty low on resources, so I am just going to get free items here. And this gives us how much? 2 regen? Yeah, not too big on that. Okay, 10 regeneration. It's a lot of damage on our board. Let's take it. And fight another Vanessa. We'll see if my hypothesis about the floor spike is correct as well. We'll check the numbers. Oof, turbo flamethrower, yikes. That's a lot of damage. We're also a lot of regen and healing. Okay, again, still a lot of damage though. Oof, okay. Wow, we beat the turbo flamethrower. Wasn't expecting that one. That gives me some pretty high hopes for this build. Yeah, this thing went off 5 times and did more damage than the moose, so I think we were correct to do that. Sweet. Wow. Pretty crazy. I'm also wondering if we're getting to the point where we should be replacing this heavy venom. Although it is gaining us 4 regen. But we don't have to think about that right now. Do we want to maybe transform this infinity potion? Could also put our crocodile tears on board. Why did our numbers change? Oh, right, because this represents 10 regen. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, if that's the case, I'm willing to go to Kina. There's an alembic. Get some reagents. Not super sold on any of this. Strength potion. Crit chance is good. Kind of have the build we want. How do we maximize? I mean, we also have ammo, so this is, yeah, this could be pretty sweet. Sell this potion and get this potion. Let's see, it goes off at 6 seconds, so that's, I think, could be pretty good. Now we just want all the regen in the world. And we come to the point where we have no money yet again. Curio could have regen. But I'm just going to get the poison item. Ooh, soul ring. Now that's something. Now that's something indeed. Alright, I'm pretty sure we can defeat the Awakened District. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'd like to think we can. But does Property Baron better for us? When we use a tool, this Master Alchemist has this thing that says when we use a tool we can reload an item. None of these are tools. I guess I don't know that I can defeat the Awakened District, but I'd have to get them to half health. Stress test. Let's go. We're going to level up this day regardless. Let's see what our build can do. We would really just want the soul of the district so that we can sell it. And here's our guaranteed crit. Now we're really going. Very nice. Okay. That looked pretty good. Oh, this one's good too. When you use a large item, haste another item for 4 seconds. That's a good one. Okay, haste and charge. Yeah, that might be what we want. There are some haste skills that will charge our regen items. There's also unique max skills. When you slow freeze, burn, or poison an item, a regen item gains +1 regen for the fight. Here for it. There's also giving us even more crit. I think it's Vital Renewal. I think that'll be best. Big Finn, give me the big regen, my guy. Or shielding? No, what am I talking about? It's the regen. An eating contest. Let's do it. Let's go for the maximum. When we get into these later days, gaining 150 max HP is certainly less impactful, but I'm feeling like if we can use our regeneration and our lifesteal to win the game, our damage numbers are not that huge, this will make the most sense. Okay, we're fighting a Mac. They are a big old shielded candles build. We'll see how this goes. They have over 1,000 more HP than us, or almost 1,000 more HP than us. And our crit chance is just destroying them. Very nice. Oh, this is kind of scarier than it looked right there. Although again, I don't think the fiery venom procs the candles, so they might want to change that. And these are really slow too. So let's see who else we can fight. Day 11. Let's take something for free. Cool, it's free. And aerodrome. Let's take something for free. Great, that's free. Transform our leftmost side, and let's definitely not click that button. let's gain some loot. Gunpowder. Sounds good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 weapons, and this is for 5. We have 5 charges, so we don't need to do that. We can't do that. And yeah, let's fight the Lord of the Wastes. Big numbers skill could be good for the Staff of the Moose, but Pendulum could also be crazy on our board. I'm not going to try and break my brain for it though. I think our items are all very good. Would we take the Foreboding Winds? It's a good question. Before we continue, I want to see how many of our items went off. 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we had 12 things go off. And like I guess this went off twice. Yeah, I don't know that I would take it. Might help our opponents more than us. Okay, sharpening stone means more regeneration. But we could get something good from Goldie. Shard of Obsidian. It's very similar to the Fang, but it's a little slower, but it has guaranteed lifesteal. I'm inclined to take that. Laboratory is good too. Do we reroll? Yeah, we have enough money. Could spike an upgrade. We do not. There's incense yet again. And this little cutie right here. Let's keep going. Not 12 regen versus 5 regen and more max HP. 12 regen is 12 more damage across our whole board. I'm going to go to get the max HP too. I think this 205 max HP could be very important. It's like eating our chocolates. Do we want to sell anything? Nope. Okay. Pygmalion. Let's see what they got. Okay, they have a toxic fixer-upper. Yikes. How big is it? It's not super big. They also have fiery matchbox. We'll see how this goes. Our items don't go off super quickly, but our survivability is insane. Alright. We could just shoot him for 2,000. That works, and put 600 poison on him. Soul Ring is good too. Okay. Upgrade an item. I think it's our Soul Ring. I mean, skill's good too, but I want to say our Soul Ring would go off faster. Now it gains 20 regen. That is nice too. And Floor Spikes, I think, just get damage. Yeah. Runic Potion gets another charge. Moose. I don't think we need the Moose upgrade. This does just represent more regen, which is just 10 damage across the board for everything. And we have some money, so not really looking for these, although a letter opener could be nice. There's a lab again. I think our items are pretty good. So I'm kind of looking for upgrades. Chocolates. Hey, I'm a big believer in the chocolates. Gonna go all out for them too. And I'm gonna try and get the juggler skill. Yeah, this will allow us to level up, but I want to go to the Trash Titan. I want to see if we can start juggling, because that would be insane. And yeah, wouldn't really want anything else. Just the juggler dream. Nice crit. Oh yeah, 100% crit chance. Alright, ectoplasm. Not what we want, but haste items. Unless it's a haste upgrade, I'm not really changing our board. So I'm gonna go to the mysterious portal. Slow, huh? There's a spider mace. There's also heavy viper cane. Again, I think our board is very good. So I'll see if they got something cool for me. Yeah, that's cool. Not buying it though. And you know what? Let's go to Jules. Do just get no, let's get damage. And let's go into what may be our last fight. We'll see. I think this said this person's level 16. We're level 13. So that's scary. What do they got? Very fast depth charge and a lot of freeze. A lot of freeze. Luckily their damage is poison and we're regenning, but this freeze, they're just freezing us completely out of the game. Yeah. 3,000 poison. Yikes. Okay. And I think that means we're going to the... Oh, no, okay. Get some diamond skills. That seems like that could be very good. Okay. Well, makes me kind of want to put the heavy venom back on board. We'll see. We'll see. Don't really want these things. Maybe I'll transform this ectoplasm. Just see if we get maybe another dagger. Okay, we get a basilisk fang. We don't need the basilisk fang. I think brass knuckles are still better. Small weapon, sure. Ooh. That could be something spicy. Yep. Sure could. Let's try and juggle yet again. Just thinking about this venomous vitality skill that we got here. And what would represent the most amount of damage. Just burning for 684. Okay. Juggling Venomander. At least he's a cutie. Let's see if we can get an upgrade for something. No. I don't think this will matter, but sure. Just to say we did it. You know, the rose could be good. And Ayla, would you give us a 4 spike upgrade? I think we'd go for the chocolates yet again. I'm a fiend, what can I say? Chocolates, and we did not level up. But it's okay, we fight another Vanessa. Okay, they're also yet again level 16. Let's see what they got. So they're Arbalist, Heavy Shot Glass. So there's slowing, hasting, synergy build. They're gonna do a okay. Yeah, they just shoot us. Our build is very slow. It's unfortunate. Okay. Slow. Let's go for a random enchantment. And I'm going to put it on the runic potion. Not really the one we wanted. Maybe I should have put the slow on that. Let's see if we can get some cooldown reduction. Nope. Okay. Okay, let's go to Andy. I'm realizing our build needs to go off sooner. Vitality potion, I don't think we need that. I guess we kind of have like all the damage we need. We just need haste. We just need something to kickstart our build. There's haste. None of these. Throne net, no. I mean, this is just a femur build in a bag. We have to sell all of our stuff to transition into it, though. Sell this so I don't forget. Okay. Third time's the charm, maybe. Every time I come to the Trash Titan, I feel like we're just a little bit stronger. And that's showing. If we can get the Staff of the Moose to go off. I'm also wondering if the upgrade impacts the damage. Take no damage for 1 second clause. Emerald? Okay, not what we want. Okay. Well, we can't get a Staff of the Moose there either way. Let's go to Jules Cafe and let's gain more HP. Alright, so now I can look at that. Staff. Yeah, that might be all that we need. Although Orlin could have a skill for us that kickstarts our run. Crit chance. Well, we already have the strength potion, so we don't need that. What does a critical strength potion do, huh? Just double crit chance. Double crit bonus. So maybe our items have it for 10 seconds. I don't think we need that. Let's go look at some weapons. Hey, cannot afford that though. But we can sell our current staff. So we'd sell that, we go to 21, 25, 25, 33, 35, 37, 39, we'd still be short. Okay. Maybe not. This would be very good. Unfortunately, it's an enchanted one, though. Alright. When you crit, double this item's damage. I mean, we are going to guarantee crit. But it's just so slow. And we're seeing that we're just dying way too quickly. That being said, if it goes off, it probably just kills our opponent with a one shot. I mean, I certainly have enough to buy it. What would we be replacing? Maybe we don't even need the runic potion. It's kind of crazy. It's just we just need to kill them before they kill us. I will buy it, and I'm gonna sell you your good luck. I'm gonna keep you rather. I'm gonna keep that around. Double crit damage. This would do 50, 75, right? Because it's weird how the double is actually calculated. Yeah, if anything, I think we're putting in this blade. Who are we fighting? That'll dictate what I want to do. Against a dually, they could have freezing and slowing at this point, so I think we want to go off as fast as possible with all of our items, so I'm going to fight this dually. And let's just hope they don't one-shot me instantaneously, as what has been happening with these other opponents. Ignition Core, Mega Ray, Coolant, Bomb Squad, Aiden. They also have Freeze, which is very bad for us. Yeah, they're freezing alright. Woof. Okay. That was unfortunate. Our build just was very slow in this later portion of the game. We don't get to our 10 wins, but we do at least gain one more experience here. And this will allow us to be one step closer to hitting Legend. Ugh. Yeah, I wonder what I could have done that run to optimize our build. Maybe it just kept the haste potion around realistically, or like more aggressively look for a haste potion. That probably was the answer. We were just too slow regardless. Okay. Well, that's fine. We at least know how we could have played better into the next one, and I'm hunting for that legend rank, y'all. I'm gonna get it, I swear. Mark my words, you'll see it in the next video. But until then, have a good night.